Hey y'all, I want to talk to y'all about something. Let me tell you about that spirit of gluttony. I think it's worth talking about because I believe a lot of people have that addictive spirit in their soul realm. I believe that they're being improperly influenced by that spirit in their soul realm. And I have been improperly influenced by that spirit in my soul realm for a long time, and I'm at the cusp of conquering the spirit of gluttony. So, a while ago, about 5 years ago, when I left what I'll call the final narcissist, after all that, I started going through the process of healing and what my coach calls ICU, being in spiritual recovery. So I'm going through recovery through and through. And God is bringing certain things to my remembrance so I can know how to pray about them and conquer those spirits, conquer what's been conquering me for a long time, right? Or subdue what's been subduing me for a long time. So he brought back to my remembrance when I was about 9 years old. Let me tell you. So when I was about 9 years old, my mom had bought me, is it bought or brought? Bought in this case, because I was in the car with her. She had bought me some Wendy's food, right? She bought me a hamburger and a chicken sandwich. And I loved my hamburgers back then. I still like hamburgers now. They're probably still my favorite food. But so I had 2 sandwiches, I had fries, and I guess I had a drink, right? And so she was kind of playing, not playing, and she stuck her hand in my bag saying, I want a sandwich too, or whatever. Y'all, do you know I growled at my mama? And I didn't know this now, but she told me right after, like she stuck her hand in the bag, and I guess I growled, and she was like, well, they called me Maisha back then, but she was like, Maisha, you growled at me. And I'm like, what? I just looked at her for a couple of seconds. Now I was acting like I was starving. The demon inside of me was acting like I was starving. And I, rustled the bag and got back to the food. So then that was God letting me know that I had been wrestling with the spirit of gluttony for a few decades and some change. Okay. Now, I had never really been overweight until after I left the final narcissist. And, I was going through the healing process and trying to submerge my emotions with food. So using food as a drug. A lot of times food isn't mentioned when they talk about, oh, you might be drinking, you might be smoking, you might be fornicating, or you might be overeating. That's really probably the most common one, because we all gotta eat, but we should not be overeating, because that's doing damage to our bodies and our spirits. But that's why I'm talking about it, because I'm on the cusp of defeating gluttony, the spirit of gluttony, and I'll talk about that a little bit more. So yes, back to what I was saying. I had never really been overweight. When I was about 25, I think I was about 15 pounds overweight. But other than that, I stayed within my weight range on average. But like I was saying, after I left the final narcissist, I was going through healing and, deliverance and getting out of the and being in ICU and working on getting out of the wilderness. I was disassociating myself with family, so-called friends. And so it was some things going on that I was trying to cope with. And I was using food as a way to numb me, as a way to make me tired, as a way to make me sleepy. So I didn't have to think about the pain I was going through. I didn't have to think about, maybe being, physically alone, even though I was never alone. God is always with me. Like the kingdom is always with me now. And so, but yeah, so that's what I was doing. I was self-medicating. I was self-medicating with food. So I've been working on that off and on throughout the past 5 years since I've been healing. And let me tell you, Army of God Ministries, they had a fast in January, from January 7th to January 28th, 21 days. And with that, so many spiritual blessings happened for me. So many, some things were broken. Soul ties were broken. I received spiritual blessings, and it's just been great. I've been being used as a vessel to manifest God in my life and manifest God for others. It's just been a blessing. And so I just want to say that if you are struggling with any kind of habit, with any type of thing that you know is bad, or is considered as bad, such as, like, say, overeating, gluttony, addiction to any other thing. It could be fornicating, it could be pornography, it could be alcohol, drugs, any other thing that you know is not right. More likely than not, I almost want to say 100%, there is a evil spirit behind that. It's the unclean spirit behind that. And it's more than likely in your soul realm, not outside of the body, but in the soul realm. Even if you are a saved and born again Christian, once we get saved, we still need to go through the process of deliverance and go through the process of breaking those altars and bloodline, those evil altars and bloodline covenants. My coach calls it the ABCs. And yeah, they're going to walk you through now. They're going to walk you through destroying those evil altars and destroying those evil bloodline covenants. There's going to be declarations that take you through deliverance. Praise be to God. Look now, look now, look. I'm going to put the link in my description. But I'm saying, y'all, if y'all do this 21-day fast, you will be blessed. I guarantee you. Look, y'all, thanks for listening. Blessings. Talk soon.